Hello everyone, it's Sarah from Plan Sarah Plan, and welcome to my January setup plan with me. I'm actually going to be setting up my 7x9 Life Planner and my A5. So I have two different kits I'll be using. This one's homemade. For the monthly spread, I have this and this, and I've already pre-printed some events on these appointment stickers. And then for the dashboard, I have both actually the notes page and the dashboard. I have this, also a homemade kit that coordinates a little deco and a memory verse set up for my notes page. Although if you want one of these kits, like if you get in touch with me in my Facebook group to get one of these kits, you can always just use this as a notes page if you don't use this as a memory verse page like I do, but it comes like that. Then it's time to open a new pack of inserts for my A5 agenda. This pack includes 6 months, January through June of 2022. And that is when the new Life Planner launch comes out. And so I've got like a new title page. I don't even know if I need this, but we'll see. What I really want to just grab right now is January, the monthly spread and the dashboard, although I usually don't use this dashboard, but I do like to decorate the monthly spread. And I just do one dashboard, the one in my 7x9 planner, setting these guys aside for the time being. So for this, I have a Mama Gloria kit, a beautiful one. Check out these pretty colors. It's blue, purple, and peach. And her A5 kits are adorable. In fact, any A5 kit I think is pretty adorable because of the miniaturized boxes. So I don't have a dashboard kit. I just have a monthly spread kit, and that's perfect because in the A5 agenda, I generally just attach this page to this page because I just don't need an extra dashboard. So let's get started first of all with the Mama Gloria kit and the A5 because that's kind of different for me. Don't always do that. And before I jump in, I just want to remind everyone, if you got the seasonal surprise box, then you have one of these Make the Days Count year-over-year journals. And I plan to use this starting today. It is January 1st right now. And I will put January 1st up here, and then I will put 2022 in this box and just write some highlight or highlights of this day. Then go down here for January 2nd. But after a year of doing this, I'm going to come back probably next year, but you could do this like every other year or every 5 years. But I think I'll probably do it next year and put 2023 in this box, write something interesting for that January 1st, and then just have fun looking back each day. So this is going on my nightstand. Can't wait to dig into this tonight. This is Mama Gloria's kit number 50 if you want to get one. And you can always use my discount if she's not running a sale. Use my discount code, which is Sarah, what is it, 20? Sarah 20, and get 20% off. You don't have to pay full price at Mama Gloria shop, thanks to that generous code. But sometimes, like recently, there was a 30% off sale. So just keep your eye open and get the best deal that is being offered at any given time. Sometimes in my A5 agenda, what I do is go back and sort of write, sort of like what I do in the year-over-year journal, or what I will be doing starting tonight, and write a highlight on each day. I don't really use this for much pre-planning because that is done in my 7x9 planner. I do like to have it because it gives me a reference to check, what day is on what day of the week or what date is. But it's kind of a fun thing to do to write a highlight of the day on each of these dates. And I will go ahead, since I have this beautiful kit, and add in the events that I know of. Probably the same events that I add in for, I did this wrong. The same events that I add in on my 7x9 planner, I will probably go ahead and put in this planner. but I might leave it blank after I set it up. I might leave it blank and then go over to the 7x9, fill that out, and then transfer some stuff over. So now let's go into time lapse so I can add these cute date covers. Okay, so I'm not going to do much more than this initially. I will just hang on until my 7x9 monthly spread is done, and then add in some things that I think would be helpful to have in my daily agenda. I'm just popping the paydays on here for now, and then we're going to scoot over to the 7x9. But isn't this a beautiful kit? I love these colors. And I do need to punch right here because look how the, this is designed, I think, for the coiled version primarily of the A5 size. So if you have the coiled version, you probably have just the ideal situation. But if you have the agenda, you have to re-punch that top hole. Can't see what I'm doing. There we go. Okay, so this is good for now. We'll come back to this later. I will probably, again, let me see, I could just do this now. Let me grab my Scotch ATG. This thing is awesome. I might have it linked in the video description. If I don't, tell me if you're looking for it, because this thing is awesome. Just ran out of tape. Okay, so as I was saying, this thing is awesome. And it's just such a handy thing to have both for scrapbooking and for planning. And it lasts a whole lot longer than one of the smaller sort of miniature pocket size double-sided tape runners. Those are also great, but I just love this thing since I have it. Okay. So we're going to set this aside for now. I'll come back and add a few things after we do the 7x9. Okay, so this kit is just kind of like pines, woods, winter. That's the theme I'm going for. And I also wanted to use the existing January color scheme. If you have a colorful Erin Condren planner, this is the same color scheme. So that's what I was going for. Happy New Year, everybody. Today, like I said, is January 1st, and the thing I am most pleased with about this day, because it's evening right now, is that my husband and I took a nice long walk. We just wanted to get off on the right foot regarding our health, and then we had a nice, healthy dinner, healthful dinner, and just tried to start off the year with the right health mindset. So I'm pleased about that. On the bottom edge, I'm going to use this pine cone super skinny washi. And I like to start it right on the edge. Last night, New Year's Eve, we had our family Christmas, meaning like our sons and their wives. So we had a nice dinner. Oh my goodness. It was probably the nicest dinner that we had all year. It was a full, whole beef fillet that my husband cooked. He's amazing at that. And then we had roasted potato medley, roasted beets, and my daughter-in-law, one of my daughters-in-law, made paleo brownies, which were amazing. And it was just nice. And then we had a little gift exchange. We had some prayer time together, and it was awesome. It was a great way to send out 2021. All right, so before I forget, I wanted to mention that some of you may have heard me talking about how I was finishing up edits and writing on a children's piano book. And that was like last month, maybe 2 months ago, where I had a deadline. Well, the good news is that that book will probably be released in early January in digital format. So it will be available to download. So hard copies are not being printed as often right now because of some supply chain issues with my publisher, but digital copies are awesome because you can just have it instantly. If you have a decent printer, then you're in business. You just download it. But I'm excited. It's called Backyard Bash 2, and I will be sure to let you know when that is released. I will probably be shouting it and posting in my stories on Instagram and just letting you know. So if you have any children who play piano, or if you play piano yourself, I mean, it's kind of geared toward children because the songs all are about little critters that are in our backyard. And they hopefully are really fun for kids. The lyrics are written to entertain and to complement what is being played on the piano, to kind of facilitate learning. And I think it's going to be a fun book for kids. I can't wait to get it into the hands of my own students, because I have several who have played all of the songs in Backyard Bash Volume 1. So I have some who are just ready for Backyard Bash Volume 2. My husband's birthday is this month. And my friend Kristen has a birthday. Happy birthday, Kristen, if you're watching. I have a piano teachers meeting. We didn't have any meetings in November and December because we were just kind of off for the holidays. So I'm looking forward to seeing my colleagues there. Martin Luther King Day is the 17th. New Year's Day is today. My mom has a haircut here. And a doctor's appointment. Okay, so this spread is all done, and then I went back and added in the events that were in this that I thought would be pertinent. And so now we are finished with this one, and we're going to do the dashboard in the 7x9 planner and the notes page. So for that, I've got a few things. My book of the month, which is going to be Shadows of Swanfield Abbey. This is a new author for me, Julie Clausen. I think it was just released last month on Audible, and so I'm going to listen to it on Audible. And I've picked out my memory verses for the month, and all of these verses have the word vision in them. So I'm going to do the next 6 months continuing to choose my memory verses with the key word from the monthly tab in the Life Planner. I probably won't do that next year because it just seems a little bit I don't know, we might get some of the same words next year, and I just want to choose them in a different way probably next year. But these all have to have vision in them. So those will be the memory verses. I have some deco sheets here with pines, pine cones 2022. This is where my book of the month is going. Oh, that color coordinates, pretty cool. Financial tasks, household tasks, and challenge of the month. So let's start with the dashboard page. And what we're going to do first is just put on the big box where I do my book of the month. And so my husband and I are also reading a book this month. We are going through the entire Mitford series by Jan Karon. I talk about that all the time. It's probably my all-time favorite book series. I love it. But on my own, there's plenty of time during the day when I'm like working from home or I'm driving to and from my mom's to help her with something where I could be working on a book myself. And so that is what my book of the month is about. And this one, I listened to a sample of it. So when you get, if you have Audible, you know this, but I listened to a sample of it and it sounds nice and it's clean. I mean, I like a good clean book. I don't like bad language and I don't like it to get too raunchy. I like it to be clean. So this apparently, according to the reviews, fits the bill. And I'll let you know if I like this author after I finish this book. So I printed the book cover using an HP sprocket. So it prints on photo sticker paper. And it's actually the perfect size for this book of the month box. And that's what I like to use that for. And then I go over to my financial tasks for the month and household tasks. Now this month I kind of wish, oh, here we go. This month I kind of wish that I had a header that instead of just household tasks, you know, that it said just important this month, but I'm going to go ahead and use this header. But there are a few things that I want to add that are kind of like planner tasks. So I don't know. We'll go ahead and use the household tasks because I have that header, but it might branch out and be a little bit more than just a household list. This has some houndstooth on it with kind of the same color scheme that I'm using with the evergreens and pine cones. I like that. One thing I want to start doing differently is keeping a debt tracker front and center. So that's probably going to be one of my financial tasks. And challenge of the month, haven't decided yet. Okay, and then we'll put some bullet points over here just to add some color. Same thing here. Putting these closer together since the box is smaller. Okay, now we won't fill this out just yet. Let's just hold our horses and go on over to the memory verse page. So for this, I have a header strip just to add color. This is like succulents, but they're in the right, it's like a little cactus or something. I don't know what it is, but it matched and it looked cool. So we'll put a strip there and a strip at the bottom. And a memory verse header, which I ripped So I'm going to try to repair that. Weatherproof matte sticker paper, you have to be careful with it. It's durable in one sense and fragile in another sense. I think I can fix this if I just kind of, with tweezers, get the rest of that Y. Yeah, whoop. I think we got it. Oh, I know what's getting me. That's hanging over a little bit, so I need to trim that off. All right, and then I'm just going to pop January right there and start writing memory verses. So I'm using these hearts that actually have a rug pattern in them. And we'll go on time lapse so I can do this without it taking forever. Okay, here are the memory verses, and that way when I'm doing my weekly plan with me's, I will have these right at my fingertips ready to go. And I'm going to grab a cup of coffee, be right back. Okay, so I've decided that my challenge of the month will be to do visions, as I call them, and that's where I just take a notebook, or I do have a vision journal that I can use for this. I write out a paragraph that is as though something has already manifested or come true. So it might be as simple as something like this. The paragraph would say, I am sitting at my desk with a hot cup of coffee. I have already reviewed lesson plans for each of the students who are about to come for their lessons. My hair looks nice, my outfit looks nice, and my nails are done. That might be a vision. And then what I do is I write down the action steps that it would take to make that happen. So if it were like 10 o'clock in the morning and piano lessons don't start until 3 o'clock, that's a really easy thing to make happen. But it's fun. I just love to do visions. And sometimes when I'm overwhelmed by something, like let's say that I have a million loads of laundry to do, I might do a vision that says, all of my laundry is caught up. My towels are neatly folded. My washing machine and dryer are empty. And we have all the clothes that we need for the next week. Even though that's not true, that's what I would write in the paragraph, which is the vision. And then I would write down the action steps that it would take to make that come true. So on to financial tasks. Okay, what I want to do is nail down my new budget system. So last year I used the Erin Condren A5 spiral or coiled budget book. I liked it, but now what I'm going to do is maybe use a combination of the Erin Condren Petite budget book with the pages removed and punched for my A5 agenda, and the new Erin Condren budget inserts. So I have to just nail down exactly what parts of each of those systems I'm going to use. I want to add debt trackers to my system. I didn't do that last year. Not in any big, meaningful way. And I want to reduce my total debt January 31st compared to January 1st. And I want to make new budget sticker kits for whatever system I come up with. So now on to household and other goals. Okay, so I want to wash our pillows. I just found out you can wash pillows. Okay, so I've never done it. I don't know how it's going to go, but I want to try it. Scrapbook, family events, maybe just start fresh for January and start scrapbooking. And work on senior books. So this is something that I do when I have seniors who will graduate in the spring term, or at the end of the spring term. I put together, it's basically a scrapbook, and it's called a senior book, and it has all of the pictures that I've ever taken of them throughout their entire career as a piano student with me. And my goal is, I have 4 seniors this year. That is a lot. That's a lot. So I need to get a jump on this. I want to complete 6 pages of each senior book. So that's really a total of 24 pages. And then I want us to clean our kitchen rug with our carpet cleaner. All right, so that is it for this. Let's just add some deco now. I want to add a nice big 2022 here. whoops. Did you see that? It just jumped out of my hand and moved. Okay. And then I have some more of these 2022. So let's put one down here. And another one over on the memory verse notes page. Okay, and then we're going to just load up with these pines, pine cones. That's the theme. Now, quite a bit of room. I think that looks great. Let's do this. Oh, I love that. I love that. Sage is like one of my all-time favorite colors. Really love it. And here's some more deco I put away. This is where the memory verse stuff was. Let's put these little sprigs of pine that have pine cones on them around these little box corners. And then some pine trees sort of in silhouette here because they're all brown. Let's come over here. And another tall one. This looks like a giant sequoia to me, but I really don't know what it is. We could have a couple of these together. I think we should. Yeah, and then I went ahead and added, this looks kind of like a Christmas centerpiece, but I thought it went well with what's going on this month also. This actually would be nice right here because we had our family Christmas there. Let's just put it there. And more pine trees. All right, so I'm wondering if anybody noticed what I wrote on all of the Sundays in both of my monthly spreads. Did anybody notice? Because it's kind of a big deal. And I've already talked about it in my Facebook group, but I haven't talked about it on YouTube yet. So, did you notice? I'll go back and show you. I won't torture you like this for long. I love these. You know, I made a centerpiece for our table setting for our big Christmas dinner that we had last night. And I really just went around our yard and looked for things like pine branches, evergreen branches, and holly branches, stuff like that. And it looked really nice, I think. And one of my daughters-in-law actually noticed it. And I thought, whoa, I need to do this more often. Because it was 100% free to just go around and trim things off of our bushes and shrubs and things. Okay, so here is what I put. 12 weeks, 13 weeks, 14 weeks, 15 weeks, 16 weeks. You want to guess what that's about? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and tell you. We are becoming grandparents this year. And one of my daughters-in-law, will be 12 weeks pregnant tomorrow. And so I've just decided to keep track in my planner how far along she is. And we are so grateful and excited. There's just no other way to put it. We're super excited. I guess I'll pop this extra 2022 over here. Okay, and then I have a few hearts left over that I did not use on the memory verse page, so let's just put some hearts in here. My husband's birthday, and not mom's haircut. That would be weird. Maybe we want to put one over here. Let's do this. Do visions. Heart. Okay. That's it. Let's put all this back in the binder now. I've debulked this book. I took, what was it, July through December, added it with January through June of 2021, and put all those together in my old layers binder. So even though I work on an academic year, I do get my new planner when the planners launch for July of each year. And I'm a teacher, so that works best for me. I think when I archive my planners, it's actually a little bit better perhaps to archive them just by the calendar year. So I'm not really sure that I'm going to stick with that, but that's what I did to debulk this planner. So right now I just have 6 months in here, and then let's look at the agenda. All right, so in the agenda, what I've done is gone ahead and put 3 months of 2022 in here. I have not debulked this. I don't really have a plan yet for where I will put all of the 2021 pages. However, here's what we did today, and it's sitting funny because it's on top of the binder. But this again was a Mama Gloria kit, and it's gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. And I just attached the dashboard page to the notes page because I'm going straight into using these pages here. And I will probably do a plan with me for starting on January 3rd. And I did not have these pages unwrapped. They came in a sealed packet. When I worked on last week's, I'll show you, last week's daily spread. So I used a Boulder Bond kit. Here's where it started. And I basically just used it as I went along without doing a plan with me. And so now what I'm going to do is finish up the last 2 days of, so Saturday and Sunday, today and tomorrow. I'm going to finish those up just using Boulder Bond stickers that I have left from that existing kit. And then I have a brand new fresh kit from Mama Gloria to use starting on the 3rd. So that is my agenda. And then over here, we'll take one more peek at what we did in the 7x9 planner. So I'm all set to go. I already did a plan with me for this week because this was a lot December. This is really only 2 days of January, but it was after the January tab. So this will be the first full week of January. I can't wait to try using a kit that Tiffany Bramlett sent me as a Christmas present from Sarah Marie Stickers. I've never had Sarah Marie stickers before, so I'm super excited to use that for this week. All right, so that's gonna do it. Thank you guys for watching, and Happy New Year. We are getting started now in 2022. I'm gonna be your grandmother. Do you have anything big that is something you're anticipating in 2022? Because I'd love for you to share it with us in the comments if you want to. And I just, pray that all of us are off on the right foot. For me, that means dedicating this entire year to serving Christ, living my life in service to a God. That is what gives meaning to my life. So I wanted to get this year started off right with all of my memory verses lined up. I want to be committing these things to memory in my daily duo. And that's just super important to me. So we will sign off and say goodbye, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye, everybody.